We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Matt Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Chicago Bull, getting in his pregame mindset. It's Jay Williams.
And guys are on the court stretching, staring down their opponent. Nothing better than mentally and psychologically getting ready for battle.
The work has been done. They're ready to go, and so are we. To Danny Green, beyond the arc for three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
To Paul George. Fires the 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's good. Good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Anthony Davis sends it away. Cousins.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
His first effort off the mark. Leonard. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
James to Cousins. Clippers have the basketball. Leonard. He made his first effort, but not that time. To James. Won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Danny Green to Cousins. With a drop step. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul George. With a drop step. The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Danny Green. Tough make through traffic.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And stuffs it home.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To James. LeBron James, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Jay, what makes LeBron special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Leonard. Not easy.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
LeBron into the front court. They're down 3. Cousins. short jumper won't fall. Leonard. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. James into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Could not throw it down. JaVale McGee to Cousins. Offensive board. Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. The pass taken away by the Lakers. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
LeBron with it up top. 5-point game. To Davis. It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Leonard to George. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
George.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Hits a second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Lakers ball. James. Clippers have got it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
George to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Paul George to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Ah, the monster stuff.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Oof.
Leonard, not that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, Keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Paul George. Anthony Davis tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Kyle Kuzma. To Leonard. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To James. Can't slam it down. Leonard. Had a chance, but it's no good.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
George knocks down the three.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And Cousins throwing it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
George. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Anthony Davis against Paul George. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Time for some new personnel into the game. Leonard can't go down. Smothering defense. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Beverly. LeBron James able to recover with the block. Strong finish for Paul George.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Anthony Davis. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
George, yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Cousins to Danny Green from long range. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at 3.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Clippers have the lead. through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Beverly into the front court. Up 6. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Kuzma to Davis. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
DeMarcus Cousins swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
George.
Number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his 2nd personal foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. And he hits the second. To James. Paul George sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And finishes strong.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Nope. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. George. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. Second of 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. Cousins to Kyle Kuzma. James to Danny Green.
First foul to number 23, LeBron James.
Leonard. He drills the 3.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
LeBron, tough matchup against George. Good look that time, but off the mark. For 3. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
First personal foul. Team foul number 2.
James matched up with Paul George and flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. It's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Lets it fly from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Second of 3, got it. perfect from the line. Hits all three of them. To Danny Green. James. Second effort. McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
Nah, it's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard.
That's his first personal.
Paul George is going to get a chance at three here. He's been steady, 90% at the line. First one goes down. Second one's no good. One more coming.
Pick up.
Kuzma against George.
Watch the cutter, man.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
LeBron into the front court. Down a bundle to Cousins. Here comes the screen. Cousins and the Clippers with the rebound. Great look and vision. And a throwdown.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
JaVale McGee to Cousins. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for two shots. For his career, 73%. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. Caldwell Pope. Clippers have it. George. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Caldwell Pope. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
For his free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line.
Good money.
Harkless.
Keep him hit.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
To Harkless. 4-3. And it's Kuzma able to clear the rebound. Across the timeline comes James. His guys down. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
And count the basket. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. It's been all Clippers so far. Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they have really not shown up tonight. This has been a very disappointing performance.
I mean, they've been outplayed in every facet of the game, shooting, rebounding, even taking care of the ball. Even the managers of the opposing team are running out there faster to clean up the floor than their managers are.
To George, fires the three, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Caldwell Pope, and too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams to Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To George. Fires the three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. He's shooting 85% in this game. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip.
For the Clippers, number 2, Kawhi
James, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Substitution being made in this one.
for Los Angeles, number 14, Danny Green.
It's LA Clippers ball. George. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Davis. And 2 points to the board.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
To Leonard. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Kyle Kuzma, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The assist from number 20.
Won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Here's Leonard for 2. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. James into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Whoa! What a finish! He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
George hits it, in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
And body controls everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, defended by Harkless. Paul George, huge block. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Paul George. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Into the game for L.A., number 23, Louis Williams.
Davis to Kyle Kuzma. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. George. Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's been steady, 83% at the line, and hits the first free throw. Hits the second, one more coming. No good. Made the first two, missed the last. Danny Green to James. Rises for the slam.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
DeMarcus Cousins pins it. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Oh, he had it with a drop step. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
George, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Davis to James. Oh, emphatic slam.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Leonard, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot, but what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long.